I planned for different things, marketing, things of that sort, but really having a plan that, hey, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it, and what we're going to measure in order to see if we're successful in following the plan. So I was really excited about that. Well, first of all, the reason why I took the class is because having been at an established business, that's something I've never done, but to develop your mission statement, what your reason for being, and there again, that's something that I had never done. Of course you have all these ideas in your head, but to have it out on paper, and then the important thing too is the ability to share it with staff, which was a big part of it. So that was the start of it. And then from there, we look at financials, and that's a good thing for somebody that not only hasn't started their own business yet. You have to consider the numbers and what you're going to look at, what you're going to measure, what's important, and especially if you're going to be looking for financing. But a guy like me that's been in business for a while, having all those numbers is really helpful and helps forecasting and whatnot, especially if you're going to look outside for money for maybe growth or. Speakers were really good. Each week the classes center around certain areas in the book, if you will, the curriculum as it's laid out. So Deborah brought in, the instructor for the class would bring in speakers that related to that topic of discussion. From one person that really did their due diligence in laying out a business plan and went out for financing, got backing, but even after they got into business, there were some things that they didn't consider. So she was able to share with us, some of the things you really need to worry about, and especially as it relates to the numbers and keeping an eye on those things. We even had a guest speaker that came in and talked to us about sales and the importance of sales and how to sell and whatnot. That was really good. As well as people that came in from financial side. A bookkeeper came in and talked to us about bookkeeping. We had an HR person come in that was real eye-opener. Some of the things that you just don't really think about as far as even building the employee file. And then as well as other folks that have been real successful. One of the guys that started China Miss Tea was in here and came and talked to us about his story and how they started in the garage and whatnot, and where they are today and all the markets they're in all over the world. Very exciting to hear someone's story like that. So, we got to hear from, somebody that didn't make it, as well as, people that had make it. So it was really neat. I mean, so it's all with that emphasis of when you're done with a class, you're going to have a business plan that's ready to go, whether, to put in front of, potential lenders, or just, in my case, have something that, hey, this is the document we're going to work off of, and you know where you're going to go. I would say the quality of the guest speakers was probably a big highlight for me about it. It was a small class for us, but we got to know each other. There was a lot of great interaction that was going on, a lot of passing of ideas that, hey, why don't you try doing something like this when we were talking about marketing? And, so we did a lot to help each other out with ideas. And, we've made contacts, build relationships. We have, new friends that, I'm sure we'll continue to keep in touch in the future.